Hey, cooking friends, it's Melissa. Welcome back to the party. I am hopping on here this afternoon because I am making cornbread. I would love to know, are you a cornbread fan? How do you make it? What kind of pan do you use? I love to use the classic Pampered Chef Stoneware. This one is probably 30 years old. Look, I even have my name on it with a Sharpie, probably because it's gone to countless potlucks and events and gatherings. And tonight it will go to another one. I am putting together some cornbread to contribute to our neighborhood dinner. We are gathering tonight informally. Our neighbor is making meatloaf and potatoes, and I thought, oh, perfect, I'll bring cornbread. Now, back in the day, I used to make cornbread. My kids can attest to this. I made it all the time in this pan, in fact, but it had a lot of sugar in it. That's probably why they loved it. This cornbread that I'm making tonight is on my Pampered Chef website. When you become a consultant, you do get your own website. And this recipe calls for jalapenos, and I am using my jar of sliced jalapenos. I keep a jar of these in my fridge for when I'm making pizza, most especially. But it's very good to have this in your cornbread along with, hello, cheese. I do want to point out here that I think the recipe called for half a cup of cheese or 2 ounces. Now, you guys, that is a huge difference. Half a cup or 2 ounces. Highly recommend getting a digital kitchen scale. This has changed my baking. After I finished grating the cheese, I put it on the scale and I weighed it, and it was 2 ounces. And then I had to put it away on the counter, or the cheese away on the counter to wait to add. And I put it in my measuring cup, and it is almost 1 cup of cheese. So when you were baking, if you were going by, 1 cup or 2 cups or a quarter cup of cheese versus weighing it, and you're wondering why your recipe isn't cheesy enough, that's why. Get a digital kitchen scale. It'll change everything for you. The other thing I wanted to tell you is a little secret. My recipe that I'm using calls for buttermilk, and I don't regularly keep buttermilk on hand. So one thing that you can do, for those of you Pampered Chef oldies, you will notice this is the old measure, what is it? Classic batter bowl. Comes with a lid. I'm not sure where mine is right now. And I have the little one also. This is probably 30 years old. This one's a little newer. I have a few of these. I always have them in the dishwasher. They're constantly being used. Love that they have a spout. You can actually bake with them, and they have a handle and the measurements on the side as well. But what I did, since I don't have buttermilk and the recipe called for 1 cup of buttermilk, I added 1 cup of milk. I use whole milk. And then I measured out, and I love to use this little itty bitty measuring cup as part of the measuring cup set that we have. I measured out 4.5 teaspoons of white vinegar. Now you could also use lemon juice, but I didn't have any lemon juice either. So I used white vinegar, and I just poured it in and whisked it up. I don't know where all my tools are. And it just needs to sit for like 10-15 minutes, and it will start to curdle a little bit. And so that is a great substitute for buttermilk, because I don't know about you, it's just not something I keep on hand very often. I am going to show you, hands up if you have the Pampered Chef food chopper. I haven't a clue how old this one is. My original one, that's 30 years old, is out in our camping trailer. So I still use it, but I have this one in the house now. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know how old this one is, probably 10 years. comes apart. This is one of the very first things I ever purchased at a Pampered Chef show. I would love to know if you're watching this live or in the replay if you have one. So what I'm going to do, I think, well, let's see. I'm going to use, look at my cute little holiday tongs. They're little mittens. Love them. I'm going to pull out some of the jalapenos, and I could put them on my cutting mat here, but just to make it a little easier, I'm going to put them into the cap. Okay, these mittens are cute. These little mittens would be so cute on a charcuterie board. All right, so I put them in the little lid for the food chopper. This is great also for chopping nuts or chocolate. You want to keep everything right in there. And there you go. Everything is just nicely chopped and diced. Woo! Onto the floor. So I'll be adding that into the cornbread. So there you go. Those are just a couple of things that I'm doing tonight. Wanted to show you the food chopper, don't forget about the stoneware, and my little tip about the kitchen digital scale. It's a game changer when you are cooking. Hope you're having a great night, and thanks for hopping on to the party. I will chat with you later. Happy cooking.